Hello everyone, my name is Margaret Pang. I'm currently coming up to the end of my 4th year of the engineering degree apprenticeship that I'm doing with GE Aviation in Cheltenham. And I'm here today just to tell you a little bit about my journey, how I got to where I am now, starting from when I was younger. So this is me on my first day of primary school, absolutely looking forward to school very much. And growing up, I always used to get quite jealous of my brother. He used to get Lego for Christmas, whereas I got dolls. And then when we were a bit older, he used to get model kits, and I got makeup and jewellery. But like a lot of people of that age group, I didn't really have an idea of what engineering was, or what an engineer did. So I asked some of the kids at the kids group that I volunteer with to draw an engineer, and this is what they came up with. They were all kind of wearing overalls and a hard hat, maybe with some tools in their hand. And then I didn't know better, but this is what I thought they were. As well as this, growing up I had a lot of hobbies. Music was a definite favourite of mine. With the orchestras I was part of, I had the opportunity to play at the Royal Albert Hall as well as the Birmingham Symphony Hall. I had an interest in sports, my favourite being table tennis, as you can see me playing there. But what came through all through primary school and secondary school was my interest in puzzles. So on the screen you can see some of my collection of Rubik's Cubes. I have a lot of them, and the collection is always growing. But whether it be physical puzzles or mental puzzles like Sudokus, I absolutely love them. And this is why when I was in school, my favourite subjects were maths and science. And because of my interest in maths and science, I joined the school STEM club. As part of the STEM club, we did lots of different activities. We did egg parachutes, we made boomerangs, we looked at different flame colours on Bunsen burners. But it was because I was part of this STEM club at school that we managed to participate in some of the Girls Get Set events that are run by GE Aviation. So Girls Get Set is coming up to its 10th year of running now, and I still remember the first event that I took part in as part of Girls Get Set. I, along with a couple of other classmates in my team, were tasked to make a water collector for third world countries. So this is me making a presentation to a few dragons, as the task was then. And I remember we made an elephant that was doing a handstand, and it had its trunk coming out, and that was the tap where all the water was coming out of. And we managed to actually go to the GE site to do this, where we were able to meet lots of other students from different schools around the county. This picture being from the annual Girls' Day that they had. So they had all the students from all the different year groups, and it was absolutely wonderful to see so many other people with similar interests to me that I didn't realise were out there. So from taking part in Girls Get Set, I then moved to take part in the work experience scheme that GE Aviation run, finding a bit more about the company and what they do, the different jobs that are available, and the products that they make. And I didn't just do work experience with GE Aviation, I did it with a couple of other engineering companies to have a experience of the different disciplines that they have in engineering. But I didn't just look at engineering. This is me when I took part in the European Cybersecurity Challenge in Switzerland back when I was in year 12. And this is a different area of STEM that I was also interested in and wanted to have a go at before I made a decision. And this was great just to see all the other people in other countries making the same choices. Back to school in year 13, I had to make the decision of whether I wanted to go to university or do an apprenticeship. And both had their pros and cons, but I applied to both. I applied to a few universities, and I applied to apprenticeships in lots of different, a few companies at least. And then when I got my results after having taken my exams, I was absolutely delighted to find out that I got the grades that I needed to start the apprenticeship at GE Aviation. Now, as part of the apprenticeship, we do a lot of different things. There's just not the academics or just the project work, the rotation work. I also had a great bunch of people that I would be moving through the whole of the 5 years of the apprenticeship with. And this is all of us on our first day. There were 7 of us. And this is the group of people that I am still working with now through university and the projects that I do to get through the apprenticeship. Now, as part of the apprenticeship, we do a lot, as I've said. In our first year, we made a STEM game where we made all from scratch, from our own knowledge, a game that had hardware elements, software elements, and we all had to make that ourselves. But another big part of the apprenticeship is the project work, is the rotation work. We get to try lots of different disciplines of engineering. So I've had a go at systems engineering, where I've done work on requirements, I've done test equipment, communicating with suppliers, I've done a software rotation, coding, making different tools, which all leads me to having worked on some of the most impressive aeroplanes that are out there. So this is a picture of the Boeing 777X that took its first flight in January, that I also had a part in helping, because they have our power distribution panels on there. And as well, as part of the apprenticeship, we do a lot of volunteering. And I, lucky enough, in my third year, managed to take on the lead of the Girls GetSet scheme at our Cheltenham site. And the highlight for me of that year was creating this all-female panel, 10 different females in different engineering roles with different journeys, answering all the questions that all the students had that attended that day. And after that, I was able to take on now the lead role for Girls GetSet in the UK, helping our different sites across the country to run the scheme, start it up, continue engaging with schools. And I also get to work with a lot of different organisations, like the Small Piece, the WISE and the EDT, all helping to try and change the stereotypes that people have of what an engineer is, telling them that it can be fun, that different STEM careers are interesting, and though they may be challenging, they are just as exciting as any other career that there is out there. So I'd like to finish off with a quote from the founder of GE, Thomas Edison. "There is far more opportunity than there is ability." I definitely wasn't the top of all of my classes when I was in school, but I took every opportunity that there was to find out more, to learn more, to engage more, and that is the reason why I am here today, where I am now.